Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Tools, Tips, and Techniques. We call it T3 around here. And I am Kim Kesti, Creative Director here at Fun Stamper's Journey. And we are in the video room, the video studio. I guess you caught a glimpse of Roy, but let's say hi to Roy again. Say hi, Roy. We are having fun back here in the studio. Oh my gosh, so I have a really fun T3 for you, and it's going to be quick and easy cards. So I feel like let's just get right to it. Let's just talk about how quick and easy these cards are that I'm going to show you today. So what we're going to start with is one 12 by 12 piece of paper. Now, I know a lot of you that are Fun Stamper's Journey customers possibly took advantage of our sale we had all month long last month. We had all of our cardstock on sale. So I know a lot of you stocked up on the 12 by 12 size, which is not our normal traditional card maker size, but I think you're going to really love what I'm going to do with this today. So let's check it out. I went ahead and trimmed down the 12 by 12 into 3 equal strips. Instead of cutting on video here, I just went ahead and did that for you. So let me show you what they look like. All I did was just go at the 4-inch mark, and I have 1, 2, 3 long strips of 4 by 12-inch paper. Okay, so I'm going to create 3 cards, one from each of these papers, and each one is going to be a little bit different. In fact, all 3 are going to have different folds. So let me show you the very first fold I'm going to do. First of all, this is our Journey scoring board, amazing scoring tool. And on the back, you have both an envelope guide that guides you to make envelopes and boxes. I'm going to be showing you that in a little bit later. And then you also have this handy area that keeps your scoring blade. So I'm just going to pull the scoring tool out. Scooch my dies over just a little bit. Okay, so the first 4 by 12-inch strip of paper, I'm just going to do the simplest thing possible, and that's score it at 6 inches. So right down the center, 6 inches. And go ahead and fold that little cutie up. And we have our very first card. This is our first card. It's 4 by 6-inch card. Super easy, opens like a normal card. Okay, gotcha. Set that aside. Now I'm going to take card base number 2, and this time I'm going to score it a little bit differently. Instead of scoring it down the middle, I'm going to make a gatefold card. So I'm going to score it at 3 inches, and then I'm going to skip down here to 9 inches. And those of you that are watching this video on replay later on, you can freeze it and, catch those measurements right away. But this is 3 and 6. And this is a gatefold card, a traditional gatefold. All you're going to do is fold each of those in. And now you have this cute card that opens this way. So yes, a little bit different than the first one, right? I'm going to set that aside, and I'll show you all 3 in just a minute. But let's take our last one. So this one's going to be fun. We are actually going to go and do 6 inches like we did on the first card. But I'm going to fold this front, what is traditionally the front of my card, into a little kind of a Z fold. So I'm going to score it also at 3. So I'm scoring it at 3 and 6. So I would go ahead and fold the 6-inch first. So here's my card. So now see I have that extra score line right there at 3 inches. So I'm just going to fold it back on itself. So now I have this little card that opens a little bit differently. So that's just kind of a modified, if you look at it, kind of looks like a Z. And then this card is going to open like this. So what I've created, I'm going to move the scoring board just over just a little bit. And so what I basically created, put them in order here, is 3 cards from the 12 by 12 that, look, when they're all said and done, they're exactly the same size. Every card is 4 by 6 inches, okay? So if you stack them up, these would make a darling little set for a gift. If you want to put all 3 cards in a little card carrier or whatnot, they're all exactly the same size. So super fun to make a set. And for those of you out there who teach classes or say you just craft with your friends, this I think would be a fun technique to do. Gather a couple of your friends and say, you know what, I got this new thing Kim showed me. Let's do 3 cards, all 3 differently. So that's kind of my idea behind this little technique. But again, all 3 cards fold separately. We've got card number 1, opens normally, but still is 4 by 6 inches. And then we have card number 2 that folds as a gatefold, and that's still 4 by 6 inches. And then the last Z fold, also 4 by 6 inches. So again, 3 folds, but they all end up being the same size. So let's go backwards and talk about how we're going to finish these cards now. I'm going to show you this little cutie. Oftentimes when I do quick and easy cards, I like to use all the prints from a certain pack of paper. In fact, in this one, I used the playful prints, which have these adorable everyday prints on them. And I actually just took a couple sheets out of this pack. And one of them I used the side A and the side B. That's these little sunglasses and the little stripes. So get a lot of use out of your pattern paper. Use both sides. You don't have to have tons and tons of different packs, variety packs. But they all work perfectly. So this is what I did to trim out my paper. Now, I don't normally fill up the whole front of my card with pattern paper, but this time I thought it was just perfect for these cards. So I went ahead and trimmed this pattern paper to 4x6. And so I'll just add it to the front of my card real quick. It's, again, exact same size as the card front. So that guy's going to be a cute little birthday card. So fun. And then the little gatefold card, what I did for this guy, I wanted the little sunglasses here, but I want the pattern to match up. So I did go ahead and cut it 4x6, and that's something that you could do if you were doing for you know, a class or whatnot. And then I would go ahead and trim it right down the middle and adhere it to both of these flaps. So I'll show you that in just a minute. But again, card cover is 4x6. And then for the last one, you need a 4x6 sheet. And then you also need the little 3x4 piece. So this one, I'm going to put the little stars and garlands inside my card. So that's the 4x6 piece. Again, super simple measurements. That's what makes these cards so quick and so easy. And then the little front flap is going to have the 3" by 4" piece. And again, that's the back of the sunglasses. See? It's got the cute little stripe on the other side. So it's really going to be pretty economical to whip these cards out and make them together. So there's my cute little Z fold. Now, because these cards have a lot of the interaction of inside and out, I bet you guys can guess what stamp set I'm going to use, right? Does anybody have a guess? I know they're out there. Yeah, inside and out sentiments, exactly. That's the perfect stamp set for these cards. So that's what I use in all three of them. This sentiment set is so fantastic. We released this in the spring, and it's got all of the outside sentiments and then also the darling little inside that matches. A lot of us kind of struggle with what we put on the inside of our cards, so I think this stamp set is absolutely perfect for that. So let me go ahead and show you the birthday card first, because I did use the happy birthday, and I'll show you how I finished it. Because really finishing these cards at this point is so easy peasy. For this guy, I went ahead and grabbed our Uplift die set. I think I used that, did I use that last week on my T3? I might have. So super simple, you just stamp the outside sentiment here on one of the balloons. I use our little cloud die too, which I think I have it here, Cloud Dreams. So super simple, just stacked up those balloons. And then on the inside, of course, I stamped my inside sentiment. It's kind of little, yeah, maybe we can scooch up on that, Roy, awesome. So it says, wishing you a day full of joy and a year filled with smiles. And there it is in focus, yay. So super easy again, happy birthday on the outside, and then your cute little sentiment on the outside. That card is so fun, but super quick to finish. That's the most simple one. Now this one is really fun. This is the one I did with the little sunglasses. So because I have that, remember I have that gatefold card? I have this guy that opens like this. This card doesn't stay closed very easily, right? So if you put an envelope, of course, it's going to stay closed a little bit better. But I thought, what a perfect card to do a little belly band. So all I did was grab this strip of paper, which is 1x12. And then all I did was just put it on the back. I'm not going to glue it to my card. I'm just going to put it to the back of my card and then wrap the two little sides around. Oh, you know what? I think this is an 11". I think I cut that a little bit wrong. So normally you'd use a 12" strip of paper, although the little die that I use in the middle will kind of cover up those ends if you're a little bit short. But look how fun it is. I did this little belly band, which of course will slide right off. So again, it's just a strip of paper, and then the little accent, who recognizes that? Oh, you know you do. It's the little sunshine die set. I'm going to talk about that more in a little bit later. But look how cute. So you've got the thinking of you sentiment on the outside and the belly band. And then when you open it, then you've got your sentiment that finishes, which says, just thought you could use a little extra sunshine today. Which is, of course, perfect with that die. So again, so simple. Just closing that card, and then of course you can slide the belly band back on, and it keeps your little gatefold card closed. So right, so cute. So card number 1, card number 2, and then let me show you the very last one, which is our Z fold card. Remember, we started it like this. Now this one I thought, because of the stars, it would be really fun to use the graduation sentiment from this stamp set. So you could do anything, of course, but I thought, oh, it looks so fun and festive with the graduation. And I know some kids do graduate in the winter time, so it's not that unusual. But all I did for this one was stamp the sentiment on one of our little stars. This is the Stardom die. And also it kind of goes on this circle around, which, by the way, do you see how perfect that size circle is for that star? It like fits the new circle around die absolutely perfectly. But look how fun it is when you open it, because this circle hangs over that front flap. It really makes a fun interactive die. So you can see that when I adhered the circle on, don't put glue on this half of the circle. Don't make that mistake, because otherwise you'll glue your card shut. So you just want to put your glue or tape or whatever on half of the circle. Then you open it, and I kind of stamped this sentiment, you know, a little this way, just because I think it was fun, just to kind of tuck it in there. If you wanted to write a personal message, of course, you could add a little block of, you know, cardstock or whatnot inside. Oh my gosh, so much fun. So here's all 3 of my cards, and I'm not quite done yet because I want to show you another little tool that I'm going to play with for these cards. Now you might look at these 3 cards and think, okay, Kim, those are very cool cards. They're a 4x6 size, which I believe is an A5 size, but we don't have envelopes to match that, do we? How am I going to send this card when I don't have an envelope? Well, I have got that problem solved for you, and I want you to take a look at what I'm going to do. This is so much fun. Now, Miss Lynn has done a video in the past for us, which features our scoring board and its handy little tool, which is the envelope maker. So I'm just going to run through really quick, but I would highly recommend that you go ahead and check our YouTube channel, and P.S. subscribe when you're over there, because we love all of our new subscribers we've had on YouTube lately. But she has some videos that show the scoring board, and I think she has 3 different ones. One in particular walks you through every different tip and trick on creating envelopes with this scoring board. So I'm going to kind of walk through just this envelope real quickly, but again, definitely refer to those videos that Lynn did, and then you can really get practice on all the different sizes of envelopes. But what I'm going to show you real quick is that we have instructions on the little tool here, and when I look here and I say that my card size is 4x6, it's going to be super tiny for you guys to read. Oh wow, look at that. That's fancy. So 4x6, you can see that that is called an A5 size, and it tells me that I need to start with a piece of cardstock that's 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. So you're going to start with a square cardstock, and then it's going to show me my little tip on where to score it, which I'll show you in just a second. So I went ahead and pre-cut that. If we can zoom back out here. I went ahead and pre-cut my cardstock. So this is our haystack. I thought it would be really cute with all of the colors in our cards. And again, just following the prescription on the little tool. I'm going to line this tool up so the end of this pointer just lands flush with this end of the scoring tool. And when I tuck in my cardstock here, you might be wondering, where is the very first score that we're going to do? And if we remember on that chart, it said 3 3/8. So I'm going to slide my card up to 3 3/8. Okay, so that's 3 3/8. It lines right up. And then this cute little groove right here is where I want to start my scoring blade. So it's pretty intuitive to think, okay, where am I going to score it? I don't know, but if you start with your scoring tool right in that little notch, so easy. So you just go ahead and get your groove in there, and then just go straight down, right? So you want to score it a couple times. Our cardstock is nice and thick, so make sure you get a good score in there. So you guys can see that? Yep, shows up pretty good. So then when you go to turn it, you don't have to worry about the 3 3/8 anymore, because that is just gonna, you know, kind of guide you about where you're going. You don't have to measure it to 3 3/8. If you do, your envelope actually will not come out right. So you don't want to follow the 3 3/8 anymore after that. Only the very first score. This is all tips I've learned from Lynn. It's so much fun. Okay, so now you're going to line up this line right here with this little notch. So you see if I slide it up and down that it'll line up with that notch, right? So I'm going to line it up kind of, I'll try to do it dead center with that little score. Cool. And then I, again, just repeat exactly what I did. Just get my scoring tool in there and go straight down. Get us to score a little bit. So I will continue on. Again, line up that same notch, score it again, line up the notch, score it again, score it again, score it again. I do have one already done, and like I said, I'm not going to go through the entire way to make an envelope because Lynn did such a good job on that video that you can go back and look at that. But let me grab my finished envelope here. So what I did when I finished all my scoring was I went ahead and folded my pieces in, and then I used our fun little corner rounder, which you don't have to do, but it sure is fun. I went ahead and did a notch in each corner. So that's the notch end of our corner rounder. I'll just pretend I'm doing this one. Well, I mean, I won't pretend, I will do it. So all you do is put this notch in here, and you can see that these two little flanges that stick out, that's what's going to help you line up with your scoring, right? So I'm just going to move it till they're lined up. See that? And just notch it. So see how simple and easy that was? That just really makes it so easy to fold your envelope. So that's what I did on all 4 corners of my envelope. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I also did the little corner rounder on the end too, because I don't know, it looks so fun and professional if you do that. So you can go ahead and use, I probably would use wet glue on this anytime that I am adhering paper to paper. Our craft glue is absolutely the best. It dries super fast. So this is our Journey craft glue. Dries super fast, and it also does not buckle your paper unless you use a ton, which you don't need to. You just need a thin little bead. And again, just kind of press that down there. And this dries really fast too. It's so much fun. So remember how you needed an envelope to fit your 4x6 card? Check it out. Oh my gosh, it fits perfectly. I love it so much. One thing I did do to finish all of these cards and to somewhat make them coordinated, the pattern paper already coordinates them. But I went ahead and took our beach ball silk, and then I put a little bit of silk on all 3 of the cards. So you can see that kind of unifies the cards and makes them seem like a little bit more of a set. And then guess what I did with my envelope? So I went ahead and decorated my envelope a tiny bit. I put one of our little wood chipboards and the little heart, which is PS, also from the Sunshine die set, which I wanted to talk about. And I did add a little bit of silk on the outside of my envelope. So now I can just slide my little card inside there, and it'll be all ready to go. Now I won't mail it with this, wood piece on there. I would just put a regular stamp, of course. But if I'm just going to hand this to somebody or tuck it in a little gift bag or whatever, then it is all ready to go. So I love that we can make all of our custom size envelopes. So real quick before I let you go, I did use 2 different bloom benefits on my cards. You can see that I have some of the little gems. This is an assorted pack called All the Things. So I've used some here and some here. So both of these 2 items are bloom benefits that we currently offer right now. The Sunshine die set and the All the Things bloom benefits. Now our bloom benefits, we are switching to a new rewards model starting November 1st, in which all of our customers and our current Journey coaches will be able to purchase items and get an actual dollar amount of rewards that you can use for anything on our website. So unfortunately, that also means that our bloom benefits as of October 31st will be going away. They'll be replaced with that other rewards program. So I just wanted to give you one little extra tip because you guys still have a couple weeks to snatch up these amazing bloom benefits. And these are not all of them. We have about 10 other ones. So anytime that you order product from Fun Stampers Journey, we get to, for certain dollar amounts that you reach, we get to throw in some free product for you. So much fun. I just want to give a little shout out to our bloom benefits because I know that's a program that we have all loved in the past. And oh my gosh, we have so many more exciting things coming November 1st. Also, we have a great shipping program, by the way. November 1st, we're starting $5 flat rate shipping. So I'm just kind of getting excited to share all the new things that are coming our way November 1st. But in the meantime, snag your bloom benefits, get those in your cart with your purchases, and I know that you will have so much fun with them. So I think that wraps up our T3 for today. I hope you learned a few things about some of our tools. I hope you learned a couple little techniques, and certainly I gave you some tips on creating quick and easy cards. I love that. So if you guys go out there and bring paper to life, I would love it if you tagged Fun Stampers Journey or tagged us so we can take a look at what you're creating. In the meantime, have a fabulous Tuesday, and we will see you soon.